Yo, yo, yo! Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, the A to the M to the A to the S. I'm Mas, and guess what? Welcome to another cruise on the Sault. Well, to everybody that contributed, that went on my DM and gave their own suggestions, well, I appreciate, and it was well received, man. It was well received. Well, before I proceed on this cruise, I might just have to give you the line of the day. And the line of the day goes like this. With my Afro pop, I'm acting like I don't know I'm a god like Apollo, and I'm standing twice as tall with the Champions Cup. You get it? Afro pop, Adekunle Gold, Apollo, Fireboy DML, twice as tall, Burna Boy like we all know, and Champions Cup, and I'm talking about the Champions League. And in case you don't get me, Fireboy just dropped an album titled Apollo. Adekunle Gold dropped an album titled Afro Pop Volume 1. And of late, I've been seeing some crazy stuff on the internet about Burna Boy being exploited by Puff Daddy Combs, and I'm like, how? Like, really? How? I just said that like I hurt myself. And it's very funny, like I don't really get it. Like, how is he being exploited, or how is Afrobeats being exploited? Like, I'm trying to understand the whole narrative. Oh yeah, Puffy is a businessman. I mean, there's music and there's music business, and there are people who do music and there are people who do the music business. And Puffy happens to be one of the businessmen in the industry. So I can get it if you kind of think like, okay, Puffy is trying to milk Burna Boy off Afrobeats, man, but the narrative seems to be borrowing because I don't really understand. Every artist wants to be recognized by their counterparts overseas or wherever, and Puffy is one of the biggest in the game. To me, I think it's a win-win situation because Burna Boy gets the win and Puffy gets the win, so fair game. Well, the energy we should be focusing on is on the album itself. Like, is the album good? Do you enjoy it? And that's what you should be bothered about, not about, okay, he's trying to exploit. Puffy is big. Puffy is actually bigger than Burna Boy. Man, no, I don't mean that in a bad way, but literally he is. And if you've been following Burna Boy's interviews after he dropped African Giant, like his American tour interviews, the one with Sway, I mean, and Art 97 and all that, you'll see the conversations they have. Burna Boy has always talked about bridging the gap between African Americans and Africa. And the one thing I notice is the urge to reconnect back to the motherland. So I don't blame Puffy, I understand, brother. And to sum it all, I think they made a wonderful masterpiece. Yeah. In my dictionary, to exploit means to make productive use of something. And if that's what you mean, then I can agree with you. And Adekunle Gold came through with an album titled Afro Pop Volume 1. Yeah, I haven't really listened to the album like in rotation, but I can tell you it's a dope ass album. And Fireboy DML also came through with an album named after a Greek god, Apollo. I wouldn't say I've listened to the album to its fullest, but yeah, I listened to a couple of tracks and I dig it. Yeah, it's been a wonderful week so far. Like, we got new albums. We had a crazy Champions League final that had Neymar Jr. crying. Wow, so is life. Hope you grab your needle and sew it right. Well, I wasn't surprised because after the last class performance from the Bavarians, I expected them to go away with the cup. Like I said in the previous podcast, just imagine they lose to PSG and win Barcelona 8-2. It won't make sense. I mean, like, it won't make any sense. You can't show us all that class and become the second best. Nah. And shout out to all our beautiful ladies out there. We love y'all, man. We love your imperfections. We do love your imperfections. Tall, dark, light skin, skinny, thick. We love y'all. Keep your crown on your head. And don't let anybody tell you you're too skinny or you're too fat or you're too dark or too light skinned. You know, because the message has always been there, man. Love yourself and everything will come into place. Like, if you don't love yourself first, man, it's gonna be hard for people to love you. So Lovely queens, show yourself some love. Love your body, love your cellulites, love those stretch marks. You know, see, the greatest love you can get, the greatest beauty you can feel comes from the inside. And you must acknowledge it. You must acknowledge the fact that you are beautiful. You are beautiful. I mean it. I said it. And you should never forget it. And always stay safe. And talking about safe, something just popped up my mind. Like, I saw a video within the week that got my goat. A black man being shot by the police from close range. Like, he was shot like 6 to 7 times. And the story was that he went to settle a fight. How crazy can it ever get? Well, the good news is he's still alive. And 2 police officers have been placed on leave as authorities investigate the shooting. Wow. And these are the same people that are supposed to protect us. And it's funny when they say the police is your friend. Like, who really wants that kind of a friend, bruh? And to me, I feel like the Nigerian police has too many departments that don't even know their job description. And not to talk about SAS, man, that's another ball game, because those guys harass people without even thinking. People are even more scared of the police force than the armed robbers these days. They literally abuse their power. Even the military people, I mean the soldiers. There was a time I heard in somewhere in Delta State that they actually catch people with dreadlocks and cut their dreads off. Not to even talk about the people with tattoos. Man, they scrape it off. And I'm trying to understand what the business is with these police officers or military people with your hair or your tattoos or how you damn look. To sum it all, we only look up to God for our protection in this dear country. Cause I'm not trying to take away from the good cops, the good police or the good military, the good soldiers or whatever out there. But I mean, the bad is now overshadowing the good. We are legitimately waiting for the day the police would be our friends the way they say they are. Like, for reals, we are waiting. And before I go, I'm sending my prayers to Faith and our friends, and I'm praying for quick recovery. And I pray the next time we hear from you is going to be good news. And this is the point where I get to leave you and also remind you that it costs 0.00 naira or dollar for you to share, comment, like, and subscribe. On that note, love and light.